So here it is, S21 Ultra 5G, got the smart tag that's included with it, and the headphones. However, these didn't come packaged with it, and there was more to it. When I was ordering the phone, I was getting it through Bell, and one of the things is you can either get the Phantom Black or the Phantom Silver. And being that I wanted the headphones for working on cars in the garage, because my other videos I'm playing music in the background, which is copyrighted, and if that channel ever gets monetized, then I want to be able to, monetize the channel by not having copyrighted music. So if I'm wearing headphones, it's better. However, wearing headphones with a cable gets caught on things when I'm actually working on a car, and it can also be dangerous if it gets caught in a fan or a belt or something. It's not a good idea to wear headphones with a cable. So wireless headphones are the safest route for that. So when this bundle got announced, I jumped on it, and I pre-ordered the S21, and when I was talking to Bell about the color options, because Samsung offers these in black, silver, and purple, as well as the S21 Ultra, and then there's some other colors that are exclusive on the Samsung store. But at Bell in Canada, you can only get the Phantom Black, Phantom Silver. And because I wanted to work in the garage, I figured getting a lighter color would be better, so that way they're not missing among tools and whatever. So if they go onto a workbench or something, they can be easily seen because they're going to be a brighter silver rather than black and hide with things. So they'll be harder to lose, essentially. That's what I was getting at. I got the silver one. There it is, in all of its glory. Looks great. It kind of has like a pinkish blue tone to it, which I wasn't aware of, but not gonna lie, I kind of like it. It looks really good. And this is the only one that you can get with the silver around the outside. So all of the other colors have black or the texture that's included with the Samsung only one. So this is the only one that you can get that has the silver around the camera. Which for like a lighter case option, the silver is going to complement a lighter case better. So depending on your case options on what you want to do there, that's something to take into consideration. Is the camera showing will be silver on a silver one. The black or any of the Samsung exclusive ones are going to be a darker black, or that like black texture that they have. When I got the phone, it didn't include these. I just got these today. I got this about a week ago. And when I got the phone, I set the whole thing up and everything, and Bell gave me a new SIM card with the phone, and it's for 5G, which we don't have in Canada yet, but they had the 5G SIM card. And now we have a family plan, so my dad, my brother, and myself are all on the same account. And when I went onto the activation page on the Bell website, it said that the SIM card number that was on the SIM card is not a Bell SIM card, and to contact them. So I was like, okay, that's super weird. So I ended up phoning them. The person that I was speaking with, who, it's so incredibly racist, but it's really not, because if you're in customer service, you need to be able to speak the language of the person that you're communicating with, and this woman could barely speak English. So I was trying to be as polite as possible. I was trying to repeat myself multiple times just to make sure that nothing would go wrong, without being a complete douchebag. So by the end of the conversation, the SIM card had to get activated, and because there's multiple numbers on the account, I just wanted to confirm. So I blatantly said, okay, so this SIM card number, blah, 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 is going to be paired to phone number, blah, blah, blah. And then she then repeated back to me the phone number. She's like, oh, this phone number, blah, blah, blah. Okay, yes, that's the one that it's going to be going to. And I said, okay, perfect. And then she said, yeah, so as soon as I hit activate, our phone call is going to end, and then the SIM card in the new phone, which is this one here, and I'm recording on the S20 right now, and she said that the SIM card in the new phone is going to activate. You might have to restart the phone. It can take up to like a half hour to an hour for all of the services to completely come through, and I said, okay, that's totally acceptable. That's like a normal procedure. Then we just got off the phone, and I thanked her for her service and everything, and I said that that all of my questions and everything were resolved, and that was basically it. And then the phone never activated, and I was waiting, and it still never activated, and then I was still waiting, and now we actually were pushing on like the 45-minute to an hour mark while I was waiting, and I kept restarting the phone, waiting for it, and then it activated, and I was like, okay, wow, that actually took like a really long time, but the S20 didn't deactivate. So now I had the S21 activated and the S20 activated, and I couldn't figure out how both of them were working, so I ran a speed test, and both of them were still working. So I thought, okay, so that's super weird. Both of these are now on data, and they're both still working completely fine. So I ended up sending myself a text message with the S20, and it came up only on the S20. I was saying, okay, that's super weird. So I used this one to phone my phone number to see what rings, and the S20 started ringing under my brother's contact, because even after confirming all of the information over and over again, despite like her efforts, and she still screwed it up. So then I, like an idiot, I tried texting my brother with the S20 so I could be like, hey, your phone's not gonna work. The person at Bell screwed it up. And then the other phone went off because I had his SIM card, so I couldn't text him. So I ended up having to get a hold of my dad so then we could get the whole thing figured out. So right now in this phone, I have my old 4G SIM card, and I'm still waiting for the new one from Bell so I can then put the 5G SIM card in. Not like it's going to matter right now. There's still no 5G, but they ended up having to send me a new SIM card because COVID, so I couldn't even go in to get one. So hopefully that goes good, but I still don't have the SIM card. That was problem number one. So when I was trying to figure out like how I get the headphones for this, so at this point I had not received the phone yet, and I was just talking to them. And I asked, are the headphones included with the phone, or do I have to get something else to actually redeem them? And this is because on the Samsung website it says that you just get them with it. On the Best Buy website it said that you get a voucher, but on the Bell website it just says that it's a deal and you can claim these. It doesn't tell you if you're getting a voucher or if you're getting them with the package or what you have to do. So at this point in time, I have pre-ordered the phone and I have not received the voucher. So I called Bell just to ask what's going on. Like, does it take a while? How do I get this voucher for the like the headphones and everything? And the guy that I was speaking to this time told me that, oh, I just have to take my bill of sale to any Bell retailer, so like a Best Buy. And I just showed them my proof of purchase for the phone, and they'll just give me the headphones and the smart tag right off of the shelf. And I thought that was really weird because they weren't out yet. So I just said, okay, so like they have current inventory of this, or do I have to actually wait until they're released? Because I pre-ordered this on January 17th, and these didn't release until January 27th, I believe. There was a waiting period between the pre-order for the phone and when it all actually like comes out because of shipping delays and everything. So that way they could make sure that everyone gets the product at the same time. And he just said that I just go to Best Buy. So he basically made it seem like he was doing like the, oh, I literally have no idea, just go to Best Buy, ask them kind of thing, where he had no information. He just kept answering me as go to a Bell retailer is what he kept saying. So I ended up contacting a person that I know from Best Buy. I asked her about this and she said, no, you need a voucher. And it was kind of like a gray area where no one really knew how you're supposed to get these headphones yet, because Samsung hasn't actually told anyone how they're dispersing all of the units yet. So it was still kind of a gray area because it was literally launch day for when the pre-order just started. So I figured, okay, so I need a voucher. So she confirmed that I need a voucher. The Best Buy site also said I need a voucher, so fair. It's right there on the Best Buy site. On the Samsung website, it says you get them directly from them, and on the Bell website, it just says that you can get this bundle if you pre-order. I phoned Bell again, and I said, okay, so how do I get these headphones? Because I just talked to someone at Best Buy, and they said that I can't get them through Best Buy unless I order through Best Buy, and I also need a voucher code to actually redeem them. And then even then, they weren't told about how you actually redeem them. The girl that I was speaking with this time, so this is the second time that I called Bell about this, and this is the same day, so this was only like a couple hours later. And now this girl that I was talking to essentially told me that, oh, no, you don't do any of this. You have to wait until you get the phone, and then on the Samsung Members app, as soon as you register the phone, so as soon as you sign into your Samsung account and it registers this device on your account, you will just get a notification saying to redeem the voucher for these, because it's a pre-order unit. So these phones are paired with a pre-order firmware or whatever, which was total bull. That doesn't actually exist. And it'll just notify that I am to redeem these because I pre-ordered. And I just thought it was really weird, but you know, it's the future. Maybe that exists now. Maybe that's something Samsung did. So I said, okay, whatever. So I'll just wait for the phone. So now the phone showed up. And now it was January 25th, I think. I ended up getting this fairly early, like earlier than the actual release for when it was supposed to be publicly available. So now I have the phone. I set it up. I put it on my account. And I didn't get a prompt. How do I redeem these? Let's call Bell again. So now it's the third time that I'm talking to Bell. 3 or 4. So there's 3 times for the headphones, 1 for the SIM card thing, which they screwed up. But I still don't have the new SIM card, so you know there's still going to be another phone call and maybe another one if they screwed up again. So hopefully they don't. But for the last interaction with the headphones, which I then ended up figuring out myself because I went on XDA and there was a bunch of other people that ended up helping me essentially confirm that there is a voucher that you need, which I then later figured out how to get the voucher. Now I'm on the phone with Bell the third time, and I have the phone. I didn't get prompt. I rehearsed the previous 2 phone calls to the person, and the guy just blatantly said, like, this person right now deserves a raise. This is the best employee that I have ever spoke with at Bell. And he just straight up says, in the most chill terms, he says, listen, dude, to be completely blunt with you, I have no idea how to redeem these headphones. We have no information from Bell, and we're just supposed to use our best judgment on how you can get it until we actually know. So this dude straight up told me that Bell has no idea how to even get the headphones that they're offering, which was awesome. So huge props to that guy. Bell needs more employees like that and less yes men, because I would much rather have a terrible answer from a person like that than completely getting stupid answers that just lead me around to absolutely nothing, where I'm just wasting my time trying to figure things out because these people tell me that that's how it's done, and like they're literally just saying things to get me off the phone, so it seems like my problem was resolved. A+, brutal honesty, best response that I've had. Even though my answer was not confirmed at all, and he basically told me that like I'm SOL on this one, like it's not happening. I absolutely loved that response. That guy gets a huge props. When Bell gave me the survey thing, I gave him 5 stars, and in the comments I said that this employee deserves a raise. He's not being paid enough. So, I mean, like, hopefully, whoever you are, like, I hope that you get a raise from that phone call, because you more than deserved it with your honesty. Now, how to actually redeem these. The second phone call that I had where she said that the Samsung Members app is how you redeem them was kind of correct, because that is a way on how to redeem them. So depending on which carrier you ordered from. So if you order from Samsung, you just get them included and there's none of this mess that you have to deal with. If you order from some carriers, so Rogers was one of them, that it actually includes a physical piece of paper in the box that has your voucher code on it. And then you go on the redeem link that comes on the piece of paper, you enter in your code, and then you sign into your Samsung account, has all your shipping information and everything, and then they just send it to you. And it's free shipping and everything, so you literally pay nothing for these. Now with Bell, that was not the case. There was no little piece of paper in the box. I even went back through, I checked, I opened the little agreement thing and everything, and I flipped through everything to try and figure out where it is, and it's not there. So like, it's not included. Did not get in the box. Samsung Members app, nothing was prompted. Nothing was there. Couldn't figure it out. Went on XDA. I ended up finding someone who had the S21 Ultra from Samsung. So they sent a screenshot of their software information so I could see the actual software build number. And then from there, I was able to actually find the carrier number for a universal firmware from Samsung. So then I had to download the S21 firmware for a Samsung unlocked, so no carrier stuff at all. So now I downloaded like the universal one that you get on the phone if you buy this from Samsung directly. Then I flashed it, then I completely wiped the phone, I redid everything, reset everything up, downloaded all my stuff again, opened the Samsung app, and wouldn't you believe it, the prompt was there. It actually comes up. And it pulls right up. It has a little thing saying that I can redeem this. So I click it, it gives me my code, I go to the website, fill it out, everything. Perfect, great. Whatever's going on between Samsung and Bell, because they've already been doing sketchy deals with RCS. Now, clearly, there's even more sketchy stuff going on because they literally had no idea how to redeem these headphones, and even on the firmware on like the Bell distributed phones, I couldn't get it working, and no one at Bell even knew how to do it. But then by flashing the actual firmware that you get if you were to buy this from Samsung directly, the prompt comes up and it works and everything's great. And now I have these and like proof right here, and no one at Bell could figure it out. There you go. That's how you do it. You flash the universal firmware and then you can redeem and you get these. Now, the next thing was when I was redeeming these, you can only get black. And now if you'll remember earlier, I got the silver one because the person at Bell told me that the headphones that I get will match whatever phone I get. Yeah, that's not the case. So I bought a silver phone so I could get silver headphones so they'd be harder to lose in the garage. And I got black headphones because Samsung doesn't offer any other colors for the promo, which is fine. They're free. I'm not complaining. It's just I would have bought a black phone because now when I'm charging the headphones, I have a giant black thing on my silver phone. So like it would have just been a little bit more acceptable if I were to get these in silver or if I were to just get a black phone. so that way it wouldn't look so out of place. So now I'm stuck with a silver phone, black headphones. I was thinking I might just actually put these on eBay, sell them, and then try and buy the silver ones, just so I can actually get the silver ones that I originally intended to get, so I wouldn't lose them as easily, because like that little tiny black thing, like that's gonna go missing in the garage for sure. Like, that's gonna go missing. Guaranteed. I'm gonna lose that so fast. But I got the smart tag, it's black as well. I mean, does it really matter what color it is for your keys? It's like, it goes next to a bunch of black key fobs anyway, so whatever, it matches. But that's basically it. That was my ordering experience with the S21 Ultra. So I pre-ordered this on launch day. I had to wait until I actually got the phone, which was about 2 days earlier from its actual expected launch. Then I went through a ridiculous game of phone tag trying to figure out how to redeem these, to which I ended up finding out that even with Bell not having a single clue of how to actually redeem the headphones, they also lied and told me that I would get whatever color headphones match the phone that I got. So if I bought the black phone, I get the black headphones. If I bought the silver phone, I get the silver headphones. And then after trying to redeem them, I only had an option of black, and I contacted Samsung and I said, hey, where's the silver option? They said, oh, well, the silver is, well, you have to buy the silver ones. Only the black ones are free. And I was like, oh, well, Bell told me that I'm supposed to get the same color as the phone that I got, and I got a silver phone. And they said, you should probably take that up with Bell then, because that was never one of the speculations for the promo. Basically blatantly told me that Bell should have been completely aware of this, and their reps told me anyway. So like, Bell's customer service training really needs some help, because they don't understand anything about what's actually going on, and they're just a bunch of yes men, except for that one dude who was super awesome, and they really need more employees like that. So now that I have it, I have to do my 24-hour first impressions to basically point out anything that I found that was bad with it, because everyone knows that phones are just, they're all basically amazing at this point. There's really no point saying like how good everything is about it when, you know, every phone now is amazing. They all have top tier specs, so there's really nothing about this that's going to outperform anything else other than like the zoom lens. But even then, just like the S20, it was kind of a gimmick. Anything more than like 20, 30 times zoom was basically an unusable photo, so the 100 times zoom was just stupid. But that's basically it. So because I decided to include all of this pre-order stuff in the 24-hour first impressions is because, just like the S20 Ultra, I really have nothing to say. The bloatware is getting even thinner now on One UI 3.1. Samsung, being known for bloatware, is slowly fading away. The camera is even better than the S20, which I really didn't think was going to be possible. The only thing about it is the phone is so thick that it actually makes it top heavy. So when you're holding the phone, you have to reposition your hand to be a little bit taller, because the area where the phone balances normally, so when you're holding the phone one-handed, where it balances is higher. So if you're holding it too low like you normally would, it's almost gonna tip backwards out of my hand because it's so top heavy. So you have to kind of hold it. Oh my god, I almost dropped it. All right, but yeah, so just like that, it's really top heavy. So you basically have to like hold the phone higher, or rest it right up against the camera as like a ledge when you're holding it. So that's like basically the stance you need to do. You need to like rest your finger up against the lip there, like your pinky there, and then you can actually like hold it normally, and it's good. It's like super stable in your hand, because it is really heavy, so it does have a lot of force going down. But like if you hold it too far down like you would like a normal phone, it's like it's teetering in my hand, like I'm almost dropping it. It's so heavy at the top that you just have to reposition your hand a little bit. Oh, and it doesn't have a micro SD card, and Bell only offers the 128 for the pre-order. They might have the 512 now, but the fact that you have 128 gigs of storage with an 8K video recording phone and you don't have expandable storage is the stupidest thing I've ever heard of in my life. That's going to fill up so fast. That was a huge downfall. Why did they get rid of the micro SD card? That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. But that's basically it. I mean, One UI 3.1, less bloatware than 3.0 or 2.5, 2.0. Like, it's just getting less bloatware every single time. There's even more pre-installed apps that you can fully uninstall as opposed to just disabling. After doing a full battery test just to see how far I could actually push this, I got 13 hours of screen time. So that's my normal use. So responding to YouTube comments, checking Discord, Telegram, watching TikTok, and then also recording other videos that I've been working on. And I got 13 hours of battery life in power saving mode, 720p with the 1440p DPI mod. So the battery life on this is just as outstanding as the S20 Ultra. So if you have an S20 Ultra, I don't know if I would recommend upgrading, because really the only difference that you're getting here is you're losing your micro SD card, which sucks. The camera is a lot better. I did notice a huge improvement going from the S20 to this one. So if the camera is your main priority, this is definitely worth looking into, because that zoom lens is significantly different on this one. Like, it's a completely different thing. It's like the one on this one here, I believe the zoom lens is like 48 megapixel, and this one is dual 12 megapixel, but there's something weird between like the periscope and the regular zoom lens. So I don't know, there's more to it that I haven't looked into yet, so I don't know exactly like the function of how it works. But the zoom lens on this is actually amazing compared to the S20. So I'll try to make a video mostly comparing both of those later on, like on like the media channel, because it's gonna be camera related. So just like the S20 Ultra video, like I really don't have anything to touch on for 24-hour first impression. Like, the screen's amazing, the refresh rate's amazing, the resolution's amazing, the camera's amazing. Like, it's just awesome, 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 awesome right after another one. But I can say that about anything. I could say that about the new iPhone. I could say that about the Pixel. Like, there's 8K video. Most phones can't do that. Okay, whatever. But realistically, who's going to actually be using the 8K for like a production value into phones, unless you're actually filming on them for like YouTube or something like I am, where you want to reframe something? And then even then, this doesn't have expandable storage, so there's really no point to actually be using 8K unless they're going to be using like an 8K to downsample into 4K or 1080 or something, this to then make it a super sharp image, or to have like a super sampled like digital crop or whatever for zooming with video or something like that. Like, I really don't understand the point of having 8K on a phone, but I mean, at least it's there. It's there, so that's all that matters. Is it has it, and it has HDR video, so sunsets and stuff look great in video. But again, it's good. Like there's nothing that I can really fault it for. Like, the only thing that sucks is the micro SD card thing. Like, why did they remove that? And the top is extremely heavy. They should have made it of like carbon fiber or something, because it is so heavy that it makes the phone really awkward to hold. And like the video that I made on the S20, this one here with the case, I haven't found a case yet that fits completely flush. Even the cases that seem completely flush, I've been looking at other pictures of them online, and they all seem to have a raised edge over top of the camera. And if you look at this camera, the lenses are actually recessed in. So even if something hits the metal, it's still very likely to actually hit the camera, which means that a raised edge on a case is even stupider. And this is thicker than the S20. So a raised edge case on this thing is going to be so unbelievably thick. Like, I literally just want to find something that's flush all the way across and then just lines up completely flush with like the top. Right here, just goes all the way around, and then it just basically leaves the metal exposed. I am fine with the metal exposed. I just want something that goes right up along it, just like the Samsung one did, except they didn't make an LED case for this. They made one of those stupid flip covers that you can't use. Because if you're holding your phone in your left hand, like right now I'm holding the phone in the left hand, and if you have one of those stupid flip covers, which is the LED case for this, the LED case for this is the flip cover. You have to open that flip cover, and then you're basically like holding a book with like a floppy cover, and this phone is already extremely top heavy, so that's going to be a really bad time. So you would want to fold the flip cover around the back of the phone, but then it's covering the camera. And when you're looking at the LED cover, there's no clear transparent thing on the side, so it's literally blocking the cameras on the back if you have the flip cover open. So the LED cover obstructs the camera. So if you use the cameras a lot, the LED cover is completely stupid and it's not worth getting. So that case is a complete waste of time. All of the other fitted cases are like brown and black and stuff, and considering I have essentially like a pink and blue phone with silver accents, none of the cases other than the silver one matches this phone very well. So the clear one might be the only bet for this, but I also found another gray case by Caseology, and then I found an OtterBox that might be able to be modified, so I might look into that one and do some mods to see if I can make that case flush. Because the OtterBox is basically completely flat, but then it has a hard raised area all the way around the camera, so I figured if I could grind that down, if it's like an actual hard plastic like most OtterBoxes are, rather than like a rubberized thing, if it's plastic, I can sand that down and then polish it out the same way that you would do with like a headlight lens or something like that. And if I can do that, then I can make a completely flush case out of an OtterBox. I might try that, and if that doesn't work, then I'll probably look into the Caseology one or the first party from Samsung. Just get the clear one and call it a day. But that's basically it. 24-hour first impression. Like, is there really anything else to say here? Like, the display looks great. Like, there's, again, really nothing bad that I can say about it. The only thing that sucked was my ordering experience. And that was entirely because of Bell. This phone is also $250 cheaper than the S20 Ultra, so it's even cheaper. So really this just comes down to a matter of, do you want the black one or the silver one? Like, it's an excellent phone. It's an excellent phone. I would highly recommend it. Again, just like the S20. I mean, if you have an S20, I wouldn't exactly recommend an upgrade. I haven't found anything worthwhile compared to the S20 yet. But once I dive more into the camera, maybe that will be a feature that is worthwhile to actually upgrade to. But that's it. I hope you like the video or dislike it or whatever, or comment down below if there's something that you thought I missed or could have touched on more. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Support the channel if you like this stuff by joining the members program. You get access to the Discord and everything that's going on behind the scenes and everything. Or don't do any of it. I'm not telling you what to do. Oh, and I actually forgot to show the headphones, how they charge. That's pretty cool. Okay, that's it. Have a good one. Thanks for watching. Subscribe or don't, whatever.